Welcome back to NoSaltBP. Please follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, and also at NoSaltBP.com. We are at the conclusion of the Earth signs, and so I wanted to do a special dish for Taurus the Bull. Taurus the Bull, they're very enterprising, they are self-reliant, very independent, and Taurus brings the beef. So, we're going to get started with the Taurus dish. So let's get started, shall we? I have here a ribeye steak. This is my ribeye, and it will be prepared very, very differently. Placing some olive oil in the pan. Along with some butter. Because olive oil has a very low cooking point and butter evens it out. So you're going to use 3 pats of butter. And we're going to place butter all around the ribeye. The edges of the ribeye, not on top of it, just around the sides. And by the way, this is unsalted butter, not margarine, unsalted butter. And once you have it as such, we're going to use our tongs. And you see the pan is nice and brown. We're going to place it in the pan. Put a lid on top of it, and while it's cooking, very special dish. I'm going to cut some red onion. And perhaps you noticed I did not place any seasoning on the steak. This is a particular method of preparing and cooking steak. I love the Taurus. Very compatible until they lock horns with the Aries, of course. You hear that popping and crackling in there? That's when you want to go in and flip it. Look at it. So here are my onions. Onion is nicely chopped. Then add some fresh garlic. while it's cooking. This is going to be a treat, and it smells delicious. Onion, garlic, rosemary. Pull that off. Rosemary, of course. I'm just going to chop it up on the cutting board. And if you haven't noticed, I'm seasoning the cutting board, not the steak, prior to going into the pan. Turn it again. Take a look at that. It's nice and juicy. Next will be some lemon zest. And all this goes directly on the cutting board. And a little bit more. And of course, my cutting board is covered with parchment paper. The final dish for the United States Army and Earth signs. Today we're going to feature Taurus, the bull. Look at one more time. A nice juicy steak. Look at that. The balance of the lemon zest. And I'm going to take it out because I like my steak cooked a certain way. Turn that off. Now, watch what happens. We're going to place all the ingredients on top of the steak. Add some black pepper. additives on the bottom. See how it's nice and coated? And you cover the steak and all of it. Now, here comes the big knife. Many steakhouses do this, such as Ruth Chris, Laurie's, and especially the steak houses in San Francisco. If you look, this is how I like my steak, nice and rare. Want a medium rare, leave it in a little longer. I have my plate. You want to use a warm plate to plate it. Pop that in the microwave for 1 minute. And you guys have never seen me use my microwave for anything. This is the key. Seasoning on the board will lock in the flavor and the juice. Add 30 more seconds onto that. That is our steak, and prior to taking it out, we're going to toss everything in the seasoning, all the steak, all of the ribeye. So now, blend the plate out in the microwave, of course with the handle because it's going to be very hot. Ouch, it is hot. You just slide all that onto the plate. Your ribeye steak. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I realize you have many choices and channels to receive your recipe information. However, here at NoSaltBP, we do it without the salt and we count carbohydrates. See you in the next one. Bye.